Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings, is brought to you by Magic Creeper, the most versatile creeper ever. Custom Auto Sound, the originator of classic car OEM fit radios since 1977. Detailed Juice, detailing simplicity reimagined. Amped Off-Road, stand out from the crowd. And by Dragonfire Tools, workbenches and toolboxes all in one.
One of the things I really love about Rockauto.com is they have a lot of kits, Tom, and that means there's no unpleasant surprises when you're working on the car. If you forget a fastener or a bolt or something like that, you're going to have it all with you if you got a kit. What are some of the other advantages of kits that come from Rockauto.com?
Well, here's an example of where we've matched parts from the same manufacturer, so they're optimized to work together. These rotors are coated with a special coating that resists corrosion all through the cooling passages. And we paired them with brake pads from the same manufacturer that are designed to bed in well with a coated rotor, so you don't have unusual squeaking or dust or anything.
And squeaking and dust are the two culprits. If you have something mismatched, you can keep the old pad on there, sure, but it may not mesh perfectly with the new.
Yeah, whenever you replace rotors, you want to replace the pads too. That's no matter what rotors you put on, always get new pads because they need to bed in with the one rotor that they're going to work with their whole lifespan. It's
not just the brakes, some other kits as well.
Yeah, here's another good example is suspension. The manufacturers come up with a system of the shocks, the struts, the springs, the mounts that are all optimized to work for a particular model, maybe to improve something that the original manufacturer didn't do well or adjust the right height up or down. So yeah, get a kit where everything's matched to work together optimally.
Of course, there's the ease of installation when it comes to a kit, but there's some other advantages too, aren't there?
Well, sure, you could be saving money on getting all the parts together versus piecemeal, and then you could be saving money down the road if you replace everything that needs to be replaced versus mixing old and new parts. You put a rusty old suspension part with a new part, the whole system's going to last less time.
Well, they have all the parts your car will ever need, and they have them at reliably low prices. Run to rockauto.com. One of the things I love most about visiting New Hampshire Oil is to see how they innovate, how they're constantly evolving, and how they're always changing their products to keep their customers happy. And Joe, you're working here on the viscometer. What are you brewing?
We're actually checking the viscosity. It's part of our quality control program.
Excellent. And once you test that here and some other characteristics, how do you then test the durability or the longevity of your product?
So we're going to test for viscosity, we're going to test for sag and stability. Then we're going to put it into our B117 testing cabinet, which is recognized as worldwide standard for testing. That's going to actually apply a measured heated salt mist fog over the metal chips that we put in there, and we then can gauge the performance of our products against previous batches and competitors.
How important is it for you to keep moving, to keep innovating like this?
It's in my DNA. I mean, there's so much technology out there, and I'm always curious to see if we can utilize it to improve the product.
Of course, you have the lab here. You have a team of chemists that works for you as well. But you also have the biggest laboratory, maybe in the world, the entire New England region.
That's really the only test that counts. It's real-world testing. How does it perform on your vehicle? And so, yes, we monitor the vehicles that come through here on a regular basis.
Well, you can see their products, you can see how they develop them, you can see what they can do for you at NHOUundercoating.com. That is going to do it for this edition of Motorhead Garage. We thank you for tuning in. If you, by the way, have created a product that you want to see on Motorhead Garage, email Jeff at masterstv.com, and you can be right here in our studio. We hope you join us when we do it once again next week, and from our entire crew here, we'll see you next time on Motorhead Garage, presented by NHOU Protective Coatings. So long.